Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Touch it as few times as possible.
Okay.
Once you see that the edges are starting to curl up, the fat's getting rendered, that's when you want to flip your steak. So
Okay.
let's let that go for a
And you
minute.
don't use the fork to flip it.
No, ma'am, no, ma'am. Use tongs.
You don't pierce that meat,
Don't puncture
right?
the meat at all. No, ma'am. And if you like your steak above medium, once you see blood start to rise up out the top of the steak after you flip it, you'll see blood start to rise up out the top. Then you know it's leaving the medium stage into medium well, and that's when you want to
Okay.
cease the cooking process. But
Good
while
deal.
that's going,
Unless you want it well.
Right, unless you want it well, exactly. While that's going, I'm going to
No,
get
I like mine.
Yeah.
The other one.
our haricot vert going,
Hair Cavare,
which is French for green bean.
green beans.
Green beans.
These are beautiful green beans.
Oh, they are. They're bright green, and you don't want to overcook them. You know they're overcooked if they lose that neon green color to them.
So you've added a little oil to the pan, and you're really just going to lightly saute them?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it?
They've already been lightly blanched.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that.
Yes, ma'am.
So you
very,
have,
very lightly, just for a minute or two.
tell us what blanching is.
It's a light boil, or you can blanch in a steamer, if you have a steamer available to you, but I use boiling hot water for about 2 minutes.
Okay, and they remain al dente?
Yes, ma'am,
That's what
absolutely.
you
You don't
want?
want them to do mushy at all. I take them out of the water, out of the boiling water, and put them onto an ice bath, so that it stops the cooking right
Stops the
then
cooking,
and there.
and the color, it maintains the color.
Yeah. And sometimes you can cook them without blanching them. These are I like mine really al dente.
Real
And so,
crunchy?
yeah, I like them crunchy. So I just saute them a little bit, and usually I don't put, if I'm going to saute them by themselves, I'll just drizzle some water over the top, and it kind of steams them a little bit.
Oh.
And I just keep doing that while it's
Do
doing
you
that.
put a top on it?
No.
No?
I just put the water, and you get the pan nice and hot, throw your beans in.
Okay.
They're raw. And then you just put a little bit of water on them. That hits it and
Oh, I
seals
see.
them. And then you just flip them once or twice, and then maybe a little bit more water, one more steam, and then they're out. So it just takes very little time. I'd say a minute, minute and a half.
You know, while you're doing your steak.
Well, you can do that at the last. That's
Yeah.
like one of the last. Yeah.
Doesn't take very long
No,
at
it doesn't
all.
take very long at all. Okay.
See, that's good coloring right there. I would like more in the center of that. If I could do it again, I would.
Right. Well, that's
But
fine.
that's fine as
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
A pan is the hardest method of cooking steak to get that rendered. I ideally use a char grill.
Right.
Get flame on your steak,
Yeah.
and it'll really render that fat really
On a,
well.
on a steak Diane, though, we have to do a lot of stuff in the pan. This is one of the pan-seared steaks that people
You want
will
to
do.
retain the fat from the steak
Right.
in the pan, and that's why in a minute I'm going to actually take the steak out, and we're done with the steak.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the name? Do you know the history behind steak dining?
Well, it started in California, in a restaurant in California, and that's what I heard. Some people say it started in New York. There's all kinds of... No one even knows who Diane is, okay? It might have been the restaurant owner's wife, for all we know. But it's a great steak, and people do different things with the steak. There's about 6 or 7 different versions of steak Diane, okay? And we're going to do one of the older versions of it today. And a lot of people have changed this around and added different things to it. It's all still good. Some people put crab on it, and with asparagus and stuff like that. So it really depends. You can do anything you want to. But steak Diane is the process of putting everything together and making a great sauce for it. And that's what Ryan's going to do in a little bit.
Yes, ma'am. First I'm going to start with the mushrooms. Saute the mushrooms and the beef fat. Get a little more heat there.
Here,
There you go.
okay, is that good? You want high heat?
Add a little more oil.
Mushrooms?
Yep. So he's just deglazing the pan from all the great drippings and stuff with the mushrooms and get all the flavor into the mushrooms.
Okay.
Just cook for a minute. Add garlic and shallots.
As you know, mushrooms will absorb whatever you put in there.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes you got to keep adding oil or liquid to the food.
Yeah, so you keep that process.
They're going to cook some more, so you don't need them all the way done right when you add your garlic and shallots. With them.
Right, there you go.
Now, if you were making steak au poivre, instead of mushrooms, you would have used green peppercorns. And you would take the Dijon out. But
Right.
Diane is just a take on steak au poivre.
Okay.
And then let that cook off for a minute, and we need you to back up because we're about to get some
Okay, our special effects. Here we go. This is brandy.
Yeah, this is nice brandy.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
You did that very well.
Yeah. So this is really seals that brandy, gets the alcohol out of it, gets all the flavor to it. Again.
heavy whipping cream.
And it's so important for folks to know that you do stand back and maybe even take it
Yeah.
off of the
Take it away
flame.
from the fire.
Fire,
and
put
add
it
your
on, then you
alcohol.
bring it
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah, you don't.
Very important.
You don't do it here.
No.
And demi-glace concentrate,
Right.
which you can find at any gourmet food store.
Yeah.
Maybe even Publix might have it.
They do. They have it at
Demi-glace
Publix.
Concentrate.
This is a great demi that you can use.
Okay.
Or you can make your own. It takes only about
12
2.5 days.
hours.
About 2.5 days. It's just,
I'll go this way.
yeah, it's a little easier way. Okay.
And then cream. Oh, this is going to be rich and yummy.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to eat a steak that good, and you're going to eat, you might as well have something really
You
rich
might
and
as
yummy
well
to go
just
with.
forget calories,
That's
right?
it. Don't worry about the calories.
That's right. When you have a good dessert, you don't
That's
think
it.
about calories either.
No,
You
no,
just
no.
enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Oh
it.
my goodness, look at that.
Stick that in, maybe salt and pepper at the end.
That's it.
Perfect.
And bam.
Absolutely
Bam, there you
perfect.
go.
Let's put it right here next to our salad, Ryan. That is great. Well, we're going to give everyone our telephone number. If you would like written copies of today's recipes, you can call ESP at 436-5050 or visit our website at www.coastalcooking.com. David, our tart is ready.
Just got it out of the oven. It's nice and
It
warm here. And I'm
looks
making a cut right here. And you can see it.
Beautiful.
It's an unbelievable looking tart. And this is
Fancy pizza.
yeah, this is pretty close to what we would consider pizza.
And you said it's also called a rustic tart.
Yeah, it's rustic tart because it's not. There's no set way to do this tart except that you just put the things in the same direction that we talked about earlier. And when you're using the phyllo dough,
Yeah.
it's cut real good. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
That's what it looks like. Okay.
Ryan.
Oh, it's delicious.
I might have
Okay.
to taste this like real
That's
soon.
pretty good taste there, Anna. I'll take it.
Okay. You're going to taste, I'm going to taste.
Yeah. And you
And
can
the
get
phyllo dough makes it so light and
Oh,
fluffy,
yeah.
doesn't
Mhm.
it?
It's a little messy thing, but that's what's good about it. There you go. A little hot.
Oh, that is magnificent. Yes,
As we
it
say.
does. Glass of wine and you're in heaven.
That's right. And glass of wine, a nice salad, you got dinner.
That's right.
And it's
So
very easy to make. As you see, it only took us, the baking times will take so long. That's
Right.
it. If you have any
Right.
baking time, and you can be getting your salad ready by the time that.
And you can make this
bakes.
ahead of time and have it
But you
refrigerated.
I would, yeah, you can do that. I would probably take it and bake off the thing the night before.
The phyllo
crust.
dough.
And,
Okay.
and I get that baked off next day. It's boom, boom, boom in
Yeah.
the oven, and you're done.
It's ready. It's
Okay.
perfect. Perfect. Ideal dinner or supper.
And so this is one of our big catering items, as I was telling you before. And we just did a wedding about 2.5 weeks ago. We were 250 people.
Wow.
And we catered it. We did a lot of hors d'oeuvres and a lot of other things. It was a really magnificent wedding. We did a wedding before that, about 2 weeks before that one. We got some scheduled in September. And so our catering, and
You
we
are
do a
a
lot of
busy
catering.
man.
Yeah, we do a lot of
Busy
catering.
man, but you've got wonderful help here.
I tell you what, I
That
won,
makes all
won
the
the
difference
lotto.
in the world. You
Got-
did.
Won the lotto.
Okay, Cream is located on Garden.
1124 West Garden. We do brunches on Saturdays and Sundays, which are unbelievable brunches. We have a great brunch menu now. We change it a little bit. We also do the lunch during the week. And on Fridays and Saturday nights, we do these unbelievable dinners like you're seeing here today. And we have a whole new salad list because all this fresh stuff is coming out.
Oh, I know.
Most of our stuff is all organic. The lettuce we use today, everything's organic. The doughs are organic. Now, this wasn't organic because I bought it at one of the stores in town. I
right.
wanted to go and buy everything for that. Okay? So I just bought everything from the store and just brought it in today.
And your bread and pastries all the time
That's
available.
it. Yeah, well, you got to call me about the bread. We sell that bread really early, so you want to call me and say, I want you to save me some bread. We just can't bake enough because we have other clients we bake for,
Yeah.
and so it
Yeah.
goes really
Well,
very quick.
thank you all so much.
I want to thank you too.
for sharing
See you later.
all of your culinary talents
Appreciate
and
that.
these wonderful dishes with us. We'll see you again next week with more Coastal Cooking.
This has been Coastal Cooking with your host, Carmela Campbell. Coastal Cooking is brought to you by Energy Services of Pensacola. Join us each Monday at 6:30 p.m. and each Saturday at 9 a.m. for more Coastal Cooking.